Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Football Manager 2014. This episode we're looking at the best free transfers that I have found so far playing this game. We're going to get straight into it. In defence, William Gallas was the player that kind of stood out to me the most. Got very good stats. I think he's a defender who's his better attributes would suggest he's more of kind of dealing with the aerial threat, whether it be crosses or challenging players for headers. Got good leadership, so if you're looking for someone who could be a captain, I think he's a player who could do just that. You'll have competition from Bordeaux, Gunshow, Real Sociedad, Sunderland and West Ham to sign him, but I think you'll have to be a Premiership team to sign him. If you start off as a Championship team and you try and sign him, it's a possibility, I guess, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Wages-wise, he'll want £48,000 and a one-year extension after 15 games. To be honest, I'd give him a 2-year deal anyway, but we'll leave things how they are right now. But yeah, I think he's a good player. I think he could be a player to add strength to a team if you're a newly promoted team to the Premiership. Like Hull or Crystal Palace. I can't think of the other team right now. But another good player, Reviera. Not bad stats, considering free transfer. Right wing player in the defence. You'll have competition from quite a few teams to sign him. Inter Milan have minor interest, but Sporting, Lisbon, Sparta Prague, Seville and Monaco are all wanting to sign him. For £26,000 a week, that's pretty good wages, I think. Not a player who will take an overly huge chunk of your wages. Another player, Diarra, a defensive midfield player who can play in the centre of midfield. Got pretty good stats. He's not the fastest, but Makalele wasn't the fastest, but he was still very good at what he did. He's wanted by 7 clubs. The clubs would be some clubs that I can't pronounce. Sunderland, Southampton, Gunshow, Ethina, Shababa, Italahad and Halahi. I know I've just totally annihilated their names. In terms of wages, we'll just see what, if you go key player, right, so he's going to want roughly £31,500 a week. I think that's a good wage to pay him. I think it's a £31,500 well spent. Yossi Benayoun, another good player, can play anywhere in the attacking midfield. You'll have competition from Al Ain and Gunshow to sign him. In terms of wages, just under £12,000. I think just under £12,000 for a player like Yossi Benayoun is a fantastic. He is getting on a bit in terms of age, but still, I think he can still deliver and do well. Goviu is another player who's getting on a bit. Like Yossi Benayoun, can play on the left attacking midfield or the right attacking midfield. In terms of wage, £7,000, even better. A player who I think adds good depth, and you're paying a good price to add that depth there. QPR, Blackburn, Cardiff, Leicester and Middlesbrough are all going to want to try and sign him, so if you're a Championship team, you've got a realistic chance of signing this guy. So I definitely recommend that one. But Iaquinta, a striker, now he got my attention because he's been at Juventus for quite a while. I think he's a good player. Kind of in terms of goal per appearance, has kind of fizzled out a bit over the course of the seasons. But if you're a Championship team, whether or not you can sign him, if you can, that'll be, I think, a great signing. For a Premiership team, I think he would be more of a player who might get you 10 goals in the Premiership, but 10 goals for a player on a free transfer I think is pretty good. In terms of wages, we'll go with key member, 1 year, go 31. Well, he'll be happy with 31.5, so we'll lower it, 25. Right, 31.5 is a definite price that he'll be happy with getting paid. Just look over the list, see if there's anyone that we missed. Is it Mancini? No, not that guy. Some of the players on here, they are okay, but the main ones that I'm kind of going over are who I think are the best ones. Marika. Now this is a striker who's more quick, first touch, finishing could be better, but he can be lethal. I think he's more of a quick striker. History-wise, 3 goals in 13 games. So, you know, make of that as you will. I think that he could be a good player for a championship team. In terms of the Premiership, not sure. Not sure if he could get you 10 goals in a season. In terms of wages, he'll want 34.5. I think that's quite a lot for a player of his quality. So if you've got the money there, I'll recommend it. But if you're trying to make your wage go as far as you can, he's not necessarily the best choice to have. You'll have no competition to sign him so far. So, you know, it's a possibility. But out of Iaquinta and Marika, I'll definitely go with Iaquinta. We'll just see other players. Adriano. Now this is the Adriano that used to play for Inter Milan, who then moved to Flamenco, Roma, Corinthians, and back to Flamenco. Got good stats. Now he is pretty slow in the air. He's dominant. Not sure whether or not he would cut it in the Premiership. In the Championship, I think he would, but whether he would want to go to the Championship is a totally different question. A number of Brazilian teams will be trying to sign him, so you're going to have competition to sign him. But if you're a Premiership team, if you add him as a backup player in a Premiership team, I reckon he would join than be a first team regular at any of these teams. But in terms of wage, we'll go with a key player again. 1 year, try 31 again. Yeah, so £31,500 is what you'd be happy with. £25,000 he'll be happy with. Can we go 18? No, £25,000 is the wage he would be happy with. But yeah, that's just a few players that I've came across. Oh, one that I think I might have forgot. Diarra. Now, a defensive midfielder, can also play in the centre of the midfield. Like Sissoko, not the quickest, but has the good stats where you would want them for a player that plays his kind of role. In terms of competition, quite a few teams are going to want to try and sign him. We'll have Al-Hali, Al-Ittihad, Al-Shabab, AS St Etienne, Guns House, Southampton and Sunderland. They're all going to be wanting to try and sign him as well. How much money will he want? £31,500 a week. That's a good price, I think, to have, and you might be able to negotiate him down a little bit. But £31,500 a week is the price that I would happily pay to have a player like Diarra in the team. But yeah, really, that's kind of the main players that kind of got my attention. There's obviously going to be a lot of players available on free transfers at the start of season, so if you have any names that I've missed that you've found that have done really well for you, please leave them in the comment section below. If you have any recommendations for players, please leave them in the comment section below, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.